It's the middle of March, so it is time to swap the ET31 for the ET340 and see what differences we find. But we have a little bit of work to do first before we can continue vacuuming, so let's get on with that now. There we go. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? We'll put the machine over there and have a look at it in a minute. Yes, the ET31 has been very nice actually. I have enjoyed using it. I have the brushes set to that, which is just too far, as in it provides a very nice bite. There we go, to the brushes for our carpet. It really does do very well. The only real major thing with it is these rear wheels are quite worn, and because they're quite worn they don't sit flush, so they're at an angle. When you push them onto the carpet you basically end up pushing the whole back of the unit along the carpet, which is fine, it does the job, but it's time to see if the quite more worn, because this is a little bit more worn, ET340 head is any different with its brushes. Now, one thing I learned, or was told, is how the brush wear indicator works. Now, from memory a little bit here, so we've got to be a bit careful. There's a couple of generations of the ET340. The one before this had a textured top, sort of the texture of that bit there all over. Its brushes didn't have the wear strips that the new ones have, so it relied on, there's a sensor that takes into account the brush wear. I'm trying to get this right because I might have actually got that the other way around. No, I haven't. No, I must have done, because there's a sensor that takes into the brush wear, so when it gets too much, there's a switch inside it, it pushes the micro switch and puts the lights on. This has different internals to what it had before, and that's where I'm getting confused, because it's got plastic bit of that's the belt casing. The one before it was metal, so when I fitted it, I did put the micro switch assembly back in. However, I'm thinking I haven't fully set it up. And what the guy said to me to try is to push on the belt spindles and see if it sets off the lights. And that is what we're going to do now, just so I can basically confirm or deny a thought that I've had for quite a while. So we'll turn it, actually I'm going to leave it there, haven't I? Let's turn it on. It's not doing anything. The light does work because it comes on when you push the button, but doesn't actually seem to be doing anything with the spindles as well as I can push them. So we're just going to take the top off and see if the micro switch itself does work. Here we go. Just take my phone out of my pocket so I don't pop the screen or something annoying like that. So to take the top off, we need to remove the rear wheels, which we will need a flat blade screwdriver to just pop them out. Being a little bit careful to not damage anything. Come on. There we go, there's one. Because the screws sit under the wheels, you see. Oh, there's the other, that's the easy way of doing it. And we can undo these screws. 1, 2, and then these front screws, 3 and 4. And then lift the case off. Now this is said micro switch. Oh, it's the other way. It's when they drop down. Oh, I see. I was pushing it wrong. I'm going to pull them down. But it doesn't actually seem to push the micro switch. So we're going to wind this screw in. Ah. I wonder if that'll work. I'm going to have to put the case back on because this is why this isn't working very well. That plastic, that should have 2 prongs on it. You can see the remains of the broken bit. That's why this doesn't sit quite right, because it's missing lots of its clips. Come on. Hang on, we're not sitting quite correctly. There we go. Sit down, you sod. That should do it. So yeah, I can't quite show you it running because as soon as I tip it up, it's all going to fall. Oh, I've done it down. Look. Let's give it a go. We might get away with it. So it does work. I think I'm going to back it off just half a thread. There we go. Right, I'm going to pause and get the cover back on this. Right, there we go. We are sorted. And if I turn it on, it still runs. And although it works a lot better quickly before I turn the camera on, if I lift it up so it drops the brushes, it does put the light on. Which is good really, because these brushes are quite worn. They are pretty much ready for scrap. So, I went shopping. And for genuine ones of these, posted, unless I spend like 100 quid I think, is £37. These were 12 quid. So everybody's going to be happy and say, oh, you can't use pattern parts. But unfortunately, I'm not spending £40. They look like that. That is so much better. If I get the other ones, look. Can you see the difference? They are much better. So we're going to fit them, aren't we? I'm quite looking forward to this. Go on, don't ruin my day now. Uh-oh. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, there we go, they do, oh gosh. Oh, don't like that. Crumbs. Okay, that's not right. Oh gosh. They fit the VK340. Gosh, they're stiff. Uh-oh. Get them off now. Hang on. Right, I've had to take the base plate off for this. What it is in there, that little hole in there, is what that axle runs up and down. And it's too tight. What I'm having to do is get my flat blade screwdriver, which is just too big, and literally wind them out. So basically bodge the par, which I'm a little bit, I might messaged them. These came from, it's Qualtex, so they are the only people that make these, and they are normally pretty good, so I can't say I'm too upset. I mean, look, they go on fine now. No trouble at all, but they did need a bit of persuasion, which they shouldn't. So I might just message them and say, just to let you know that you might want to just add a millimetre or two, probably not even a millimetre, just to your internal axle, whatever it's called, hole, because they're quite tight, but it's fitted. That's good. I was a bit afraid it was catching on the outer bit, which wouldn't have been as easy to do at all. But does it work with the brushes? No, they're jammed. Oh, blimey, what's going on? There we go. Where's that jamming then? That side is jammed up. Let's see what happens now. Let's turn it over, see what we can see. Oh, it's not happy, is it? I can smell plastic. Why can I smell plastic? It's not coming from this side. Why are you not happy? Oh. Well, that's interesting. That end has rubbed all inside there, look. Why is it doing that? If I was a betting man, I'd just move the cog out a little bit, because that seems to be going on just a little bit too far. There we go. Because they're only held in, they sit over a keyed cog, and the ends of these hold them together. So it's not as if they've got to clip anywhere. Let's try that. Well, that's better. Let's see what it's like on the carpet. Oh my, that is very good. That's actually... That's obviously fixed it. Ooh, right, let's have a more overall look. Just quickly stepped outside to the carpet that has some pile. Wow, that's much better. So there we go. That is much better. They can go in the bin and we can carry on for the rest of March. Although I do have one more thing to look at, which is this box of parts. There's not a lot in here. What we have is a VK120 motor. This is so I can try and take it apart to service it, because I couldn't get the motor apart on that one. So I've been sent, it's very beaten up. Certainly not really long for this world, and I think came from a charity shop. Right, it says it's been serviced, so that's good. Hopefully the motor will come apart so we can see how that works. And a much better bag. Look at that. If I just take its bag off, it's a completely different design. It's a checkered design, so not off of this particular model, but as you can see it's a lot nicer than my one. I think we also need to change the bag, because that is full to about there. Most of this will be from that dirt test we did, granted. And this even looks quite clean inside. So I think all we need to do is, because I came prepared, fit a new bag. Drop the new bag in. He says, come on. There we go. It will just clip on in exactly the same way. That's what it does if you need it forward. That's why it's going to stay back there. And yeah, basically, I think it looks a lot smarter now. It obviously looks different. It's now not original. If anybody could tell me where the checkered bag came from, that would be quite appreciated. This, I think, is probably fit for the bin. It's clean and tidy because it's been washed, but when that one's washed up, it will look a heck of a lot nicer than that. I think I'm just going to pop that in the bin where it needs to go. I'll keep this part. I shall take the bag off. Very full. Push that bit across so it's sealed. That's going to bin, that going to bin, that going to bin, that going to bin. And there we have it. Little mid-month update. I'm not doing the motor yet because I haven't got time, but I shall have it all apart and see if I can get inside of it a bit, replace some bearings, see what happens, or even if it works and it runs. I mean, I don't know. My low battery warning's on, but it doesn't sound too much worse. In fact, if anything, I'd say it sounds a little bit better. Let's do without the power head. They both sound identical. That's annoying. Obviously this casing's better. I just want to have the motor apart and see. I won't do it on camera yet because I haven't got time. And I probably won't do it on camera anyway. I just want to see what happens. But this one's all seized together. You turn bits of it and the other end turns inside of something else, which isn't right. So I'm hoping this one will come apart. So I'll have a play about with that and see if we can get it any more improved by the end of the month. But for now, little mini update. I hope you enjoyed it. I now have, oh hang on, I've got, that's August 1990. The one I've got is February 1988. 89, sorry. So there's a couple of years difference between them. I'll keep the cleaner on it for anything. I'll keep the clear one on it for now. I'll have this apart at some point for a laugh, really, and I shall see you with this at the end of March. You'll see me before that, obviously, but for now, from the Vorwerk, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.